Welcome back to another episode with me, Bellfire, and today we are back in Space Engineers, still working on the armor paneling for the flagship. Because no matter what I do, it just does not want to work for me. I mean, sure, it's just going to take me a little bit, but maybe that'll work. Now, my hope is that the piston system does not want to explode due to this. And if that's the case, then that'll be a major step in the right direction. As long as this piece here and this piece here don't touch, it'll be golden. But it looks like they will. Dang it. But it's only that corner piece. Or that edge piece. No. And I could just let it try and settle, but I do not need Clang freaking out and destroying this entire thing. That's the last thing I need. And I will explain that in just a moment. Don't worry. There is a reason. If those line up well, those do line up exactly. But I can use timing so they never come in contact with each other. But that means either way, I'll need to figure out timing, so. But this is for, as you'll see here in a couple seconds, that's why that is there. So there is there is a space here, but that's going to be covered up by another armor plate. Which, if I go 5, this will be interesting, I'll say that much. Or, wait, couldn't I do... I want a half slope, yep. There, and on the other side. But, of course, maybe? No. So I need to set those velocities higher. Or set these ones lower. But I mean, either way is highly doable. But this might be my best shot at making the most of the armor I have, of the space I have to work with. So, instead of what? I think it's set to 1. Right? Yeah, 1. So either I need to slow down the hinges or speed up all of these. So I think slowing them down to about half. Maybe that, hopefully, that'll fix it. My current problem. Okay. Weapon skirt. That means these should be fully deployed sooner than that. At least that's my hope. Pistons reverse. And if my thought process is right, yes, this may take longer to fully deploy, but that'll mean that is fully armored. And I mean, truthfully, with how it comes down, I could technically have some stationary armor plates. Or I could also have another hinge there. Have another hinge instead of slowing everything down. That might work. So it's the pistons first. And then... So if I want to get this to truly work, I'm going to need to slow down both this thing's pistons and hinges. Okay. So let me go ahead and slow those down now. So, like I said, it's much slower to deploy, much slower to retract, but it should keep everything in line. Ah. That plate there, huh? That wasn't giving me any grief before because of... That's not the only thing I need to slow down. I need to slow down all of these too. So, okay, it looks like both the front and the back, or really the edge... Yeah, the front and back edges will be slower, but they will also provide the most protection, or at least in theory they should. And that's without me replacing that block that's currently there for a hinge. But that might be my best bet. Okay, there we go. So now that everything is in its resting position, weapon skirt, reverse. So this should take twice as long to fully deploy. This should only take, or this should take its regular time. And I mean, truthfully, I could probably speed this one up and speed that one up too, but by the same amount. Maybe. I'm not sure yet. Weapon pistons, reverse. Ooh! Oh no, I'm about to get trapped. I mean, truly, if I did the hinge method... I mean, yeah, I would probably have to keep things either this slow or we'll be able to speed them up slightly. But that would mean it would work. And I could extend this all the way, so... I think I'm going to go with the hinge method. Or at least try it out first. So, okay. When everything goes like this, it is negative, so I want it to be like that. At least I think I am. Yep. So your upper limit needs to be what you're at now. Lower limit, and then -1. And I'll go ahead and speed everything up as... Excuse me. I'll go ahead and speed everything up as well, as I was saying. Okay. So then if I were to say go... Yes, I could have this butt right up against that, but I don't think that would be the best idea. I do not want that. I want a full slope. Yep. There. Then... Dang it! I don't think there's any orientation that I can do that'll make this work. Unless... I do... Of course. Well, if I went like that, set your maximum distance all the way back up. And I mean, truly, it only needs a top piece, so... just to prevent as much clang as possible. I'm just looking to see if there's a better piece I can use. Maybe that one. Then... yeah, it looks like it'll work. So this should do two things. Protect this hinge. And then also allow me to fully set this up. And I'll be able to extend that, I think. Okay. Now, let me go ahead and access this hinge. Hinge, or however you would pronounce that. Weapon skirt. Boom. Hinge. Cancel that, actually. So now... weapon. Of course, I need to leave, then re-enter. Weapon. Skirt. Pistons first. But here comes my fear. Or my concern. I think this is out of the bounds for the door. Which is annoying. Yeah, it is. Dang it. That's probably the most difficult part about this entire thing. Unless I made it go over the... like, made it angle up or further down. Which I can do. How's 30 do? Because that should get it up out of the way. So I'll try 45. Or 40 first. Then look from there. That looks out of the way. So now the next thing is to test if it will actually work. Weapon skirt. And I might need to speed that up because it has to travel. Yeah, this should be 1.5. Pistons, reverse. I mean, if I only had to go to here, that would work perfectly fine, but... Are the pistons still slower? 0.5. And 0.5, yeah, it's still slower. I mean, in theory, I could probably get this to work. So that means that... Okay. Pistons. I need to wait for the hydraulic or this audio cue for the pistons. Because, I mean, it's very, very audible. And instead of this going at from... I'll have you go all the way. And instead of that, I'll have you go at 2. Because you, being a single hinge, need to move double what those 2 do. I mean, no. Half, but there's 2 of them. Or, actually, I had a different idea. This one's minimum distance needs to be 2.5. Or even, like, maybe I'll try 1. Just to do my best to prevent more clanging. And 1 seems way too high. So that's 2. One actually looks perfectly fine. Or That went back up to 2 because I right-clicked. Like I said, 1 looks perfectly fine. So now, weapon, skirt. Okay. And it looks like this will work. And if I truly need it, I can adjust those hinges and I can adjust all the hinge speed. So I mean, yeah, it'll definitely need timing. Pistons need to reverse. Skirt needs to reverse. This will be very, very explosive. I can feel it already. Mm-hmm. So this needs to stay at 1. Or at 0, I should say. I mean, truly, that looks perfectly fine. But while I have it here, I'll go ahead and add on the 1.5 I think I need. There we go. And then I need the half piece. There we go. And with how the doors are now. Really? Really? Well, what I was saying was, with how the doors are now, I should not need to worry too much. At least that's the hope. Mm-hmm. Oops. I need my... Yep. And grinder. And some steel. There we go. Okay. I know I've spent a very long time on this. And I'm not really happy about it either, but I'm doing what I can. But I mean, now, in theory, not in practice yet, it should be done. So due to you traveling over double the distance, you move at a faster rate. And due to your high torque, you can power through that gap there. My hope is that my flagship, the main gun, will be able to take out one of those parallax encounters with 1, maybe 2 shots. That's my hope. So then, as this closes up, that's actually pretty good. And it doesn't seem to want to clang too much. Now pistons. I think you're safe to move at the regular speed. But yes! I mean, yeah, sure, there are minor gaps. Oh, so I need to switch that one around so it's flush, but keep that one the way it is. Got it. But I mean, other than that, it seems good to go. Now the only thing, retracting. As if nothing changed. It's doing perfectly fine. Skirt. I mean, I'm happy. I'm impressed. And I mean, yeah, sure, I need to paint it now, but honestly, painting is the most painless part. It's figuring out the design, the initial design that to work is that's the most difficult part I've learned. That is not the right piece. Slope, there we are. And there we go. And now I'm just going to test to make sure that works, because you cannot be too safe. I've learned that. Weapon, skirt, reverse. But, wait, didn't I just... Don't tell me I played... That doesn't make sense. I thought I placed you the right way. Not the wrong way a second time. Oh well. Please don't squeeze me to death. I mean, it twitches slightly, which is the only thing. But other than that, it's perfectly fine. But I mean, that is, for the most part, seamless. That looks good. That looks real good. Okay, well, let me go ahead and retract it one last time. Then, I guess the next step would be setting up automatic timers for it. So it can do this when it's fully deployed. Or once it's fully ready. So I can deploy and retract it at the hit of a button. I want skirt. I mean, the best part is probably this here. This piece here. I mean, if I'm being perfectly honest, I was not expecting this system at all to work. I thought it would have taken me another 100-200 different ideas to make it work. Apparently not. And also, I am going to get this armor placing right. Armor panel slope, please. So now... There we go. Half slope. There we go. Now that should be good. Okay. And I mean, I don't think I need to, but just to be careful, because with this I don't want to risk it, if I'm being truthful, because yes, it works. I just want to double, triple, I want to make sure it works. The only thing is I might need to switch that half plate around. Like its orientation, but that's it. So that it lines up flush with that one. But that's pretty good. And I mean, it works really well. So I mean, the only thing left to do is copy all this, put it on that side and the front. Well, anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, all that amazing stuff, and I'll see all of you in the next episode. Bye, guys.